On today's random spot, we're going to be looking at not one, but two energy drinks. And I figured they were similar enough. Let's just do a review on both of them at the same time. So today, we're going to be looking at both the Mana energy drink, as well as the Health energy drink. They're small enough. There's no sense in probably doing two reviews just to review these guys. So I thought, let's do a review on both. Very small, as you can see. Just kind of gauge it to the size of my hand. They are very, very small. These were picked up through Big Bad Toy Store, but you could probably pick them up anywhere, like a Spencer's Gifts. Any place that sells like a novelty kind of thing, you could probably get both there. I have to start the review, unfortunately, with a bit of bad news. Not so much bad news for you guys, but bad news to me. I figured this plastic, as you can see here, both bottles have this plastic wrapper on them. I figured no sense in wasting a review, or at least the part of the review, with me cutting the wrapper off. So what I decided to do, as you can see here, I started taking the wrapper off. And gut feeling, sometimes you listen to your guts, guys. My gut feeling told me that for some strange reason the logo, as you can see here, the Health logo, in this case the Mana, was actually on the label. I thought, nah, they wouldn't have done that. I'm sure it's probably on the bottle. So I started cutting it with a little help from an old friend and started peeling it off. And actually, as you'll see, unfortunately, when you take the wrapper off, you actually take the logo off too. Not necessarily bad for somebody who maybe just wants the actual bottle itself, but I mean certainly a bit disappointing, especially for a guy like this guy here who wants to review these for you. I almost took the label right off and it would have just looked like a bottle. So we'll just actually take the time, now that I've let the cat out of the bag, we'll take the time and actually just take the rest of the wrapper off. I figured, if anything, pardon me as I cut these off here, I figured if anything I would just talk about the bottle a little bit, then proceed to open it up, show you guys what the color looks like. You guys have seen this all before. I'm sure I'm not telling you anything that you don't already know. And there's actually a perforation here. Boy, I tell you, it doesn't get any more exciting than this, does it? Well, I got up to the cap. I'm sure I don't need to cut this off as well. It says, "Do not use if seal is broken." It seems a bit of a given. I don't think many people would use this if the seal was broken. But that is the Health. Same idea. We got the Mana. Now this one I can show you a little bit better because I haven't taken the wrap off yet. But as you can see, we've got Mana Energy Potion. I don't know if it has any relation, any connections to the old NES game Secret of Mana. By the way, that was a fantastic game. I love that game, Secret of Mana. Energy Facts, a bit squished, but I don't know if you know this, but did you know this little tiny bottle actually has 80% of your vitamin C intake? 80%. Actually, no, I was wrong. Vitamin B1. See, it's so squished I can barely see it. Vitamin C above, 10%. 10%. So let's get this open up. I'm going to actually try this a little different here. And we're going to try to open this from the top. It seems to be faring a little bit better than the other one. I guess really, the smart thing probably would be is just what I did now. Cut the top. And you don't have to actually waste your time, and you don't have to remove the label. They were thinking. Unfortunately, this reviewer wasn't. Alright. There we go. 4 minutes wasted. But essentially what you get is a blue bottle, and of course almost a bluish green. They are very cool. I will tell you though that the one unfortunate aspect of these is that they're a bit expensive. I think these, when I picked them up on Big Bad Toy Store, I'm gonna have to double check, but I think they were roughly about 3 something, maybe 2 something, 3 something. So as you can see, I mean, certainly for a small bottle, some would almost say that's a bit expensive. And I think unless you're necessarily into this kind of collection, if you want to collect these things, maybe 3 something isn't so bad. But what we're gonna do, we got the red, we got the blue. Lo and behold, we've also got ourselves a glass. I don't think really necessarily I need this glass because these are clear after all. I mean, the liquid that you see inside is essentially the liquid that it would be in the glass. So, you know what? We'll move the glass out of the way. We don't actually need the glass for this review. But what we're going to do, well, not what you're going to do, what I'm going to do is I'll open up one of these. Let's open up the red one here. Oh, look at this. They've also got a little seal underneath. That is very actually surprising. I figured if anything, once the seal was broken, you just had to unscrew the cap. See that? Kind of gross. Let's give it a try. So we're going to be giving a try the Health Energy Potion. Let's give it a try. Oh man. Woo! I don't know if my health has gone up, but I can tell you that is pretty gross. I can't even describe it. It's almost like a very sweet fruit punch mixed with, I don't know, Jello. It's very different. Let's give it, actually, you know what, we'll give it another try. Give it the benefit of the doubt. My friends, that actually is not good at all. Oh, that's bad. I tell you, if Link had these things, I think he would just rather die. It's like, you know what, I'm not getting my health boosted. I'm just gonna die. Let's give Mana, maybe Mana's a little bit better. Let's give Mana energy drink. Energy potion, let's give that a try. We'll open this up. Ah, yes, the seal. We'll get the seal. And show you guys an inside. Kind of bluish green. Give it a smell. Oh, it doesn't smell any better than that one did. Let's give it a try. Mana potion, energy potion. Let's give it a try. Oh man. Oh man. Oh. I don't know who designed these. Clearly they were going for more a visual aesthetics, visual design, and focused less on the actual stuff inside. Oh, this is terrible. This one's bad. See, that's the worst part. Which is worse? This one's pretty bad, but this one's pretty bad too. Let's give it another try. I'll try to describe. I can't even describe what it tastes like. Whoa. Can't even describe what it tastes like. Let's give it a try. Oh! It's like a bag of sugar mixed with like a lime apple abomination. They should have just called this abomination potion. Oh god. Let's just actually stop, take a moment here. Let's take a moment. I can tell you right off the bat, these are probably the worst things I have ever drank. I don't think I've drank a lot of horrible things, but this stuff is terrible. Oh man. They are neat, and maybe if anything you could reuse these bottles if you were a poor sucker to drink the whole thing. But these are terrible. They're really, really thick, which doesn't help either. They're definitely not refreshing. And I think they went for a bit of a sourness to it as well. Oh, these are terrible. Would I recommend it? Probably not. I would say just stay clear of it unless you're into the energy potion kind of bottles. They are neat, and maybe just keeping them on your shelf is probably where they should stay. Drinking them, well, if you're a glutton for punishment, maybe you should be drinking these, but if not, we'll just keep them over there. We don't need to involve ourselves anymore with these things. They're terrible. Definitely not recommended unless you like the bottles. If you like the bottles, I'd probably say stay away from actually opening them up and trying them. Terrible. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the rest of these. Maybe I'll offer them to my wife. I'll say, here, give this a try. And then I'll chuckle as she makes probably the same face that if you saw my face, I was probably making. But today we were looking at 2 energy drinks. We were looking today both at the Health Potion energy drink, and we were also looking at the Mana Potion. A pass for both, unless you like stuff that tastes terrible. If you do, well, knock yourself out, my friend. This stuff is pretty bad. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll wrap this up here, and I'll see you guys next time. Oh, terrible.